Any day now. You.
Yeah, I stopped making my video. You're just like, hey guys, it's Jay.
And it's Shan.
And you're watching Jay and Shan TV. You should start doing it with me.
I don't know what to do at this point. It's always awkward.
So this video is going to be about going to a PWI. And if you don't know what that means predominantly white institution versus an HBCU.
Yeah, we just graduated from one, William Patterson University. A
little disclaimer, this is going to be like our experiences, like the black experience versus other minorities, because we don't know what they go through at PWIs because we're not in their shoes.
Yeah, we can't really identify with other people's experiences. We can only just kind of go from our own.
Yeah.
So what's number one, Lisa?
Number one is, well, for me, it was a big culture shock. Because I grew up in a predominantly black city. Well, not city, but like neighborhood.
Yeah.
My middle school and elementary school were predominantly black.
Our church was black.
My high school was black. There was only 2 white people in I graduated class. So coming to Willie P and seeing a lot of white people were just like, okay, I guess this is happening. I guess this is a thing.
And I think for me, I feel like it wasn't as big of a culture shock for me because I went to a predominantly minority-based, like, black grammar school. And then high school, it was mostly, like, white and, like, Asians in high school. And so I would say, like, that's more like kind of like a PWI situation. And so, like, when I came to college, it just kind of like high school, except that there were boys there. And so it wasn't really that big of a culture shock to me, but it was just like, I feel like I really came into like understanding like the negatives behind like your blackness and things like that.
Going to a PWI, be prepared to be one of only black people in your classes.
Yes.
It's going to be between 1 to 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
And your class is about 25 or more. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to link up with black people in your classes. It's just like, you guys just look at each other and y'all just know. Y'all gonna sit next to each other. If there's a group project, y'all gonna work together. If there's any presentation, they're gonna be in your group with you. It's just like, you just know who to link up with when you go to PWI. You link up with people who look like you, pretty much.
And I know for me, and it was points where I was the only black girl, but I wasn't the only like minority. And it was like, I would be the one black girl, but I would be like one of like 4 minority kids in the class. So it would be like all the minority kids would link up. So like it was like a lot of like my friends in my major were like Spanish or like, you know, not Spanish but like Hispanic. So it would just be like I would have classes with them and I'm just like, ooh. And then the higher you go up and you make friends in your major, you're gonna start to want to take classes with them and things like that because those people you identify with that understand like the importance of you getting your education.
Another thing you got to deal with is racism and ignorance of your fellow white peers and classmates and colleagues and all that fun stuff. Because white people can be very ignorant.
Very.
And very racist. For example, in one of my psychology classes, it was only me and 2 other black girls. And we was talking about child development and children getting beatings while they're young. So this one white girl says, black people are used to getting beat because they used to getting beat in Africa.
Who said that?
Like, me and all the black girls just like looked at each other to see who was gonna drag her first. It happened so fast. We were just like, wait,
that's always happen? The best moment, low key.
We just like, I remember one time me and Chanel was part of a protest. Mm-hmm. Remember in the student center, white guy walked.
The dying.
Yeah, the white guy walked in between us protesting.
Like he stepped on one person.
He was laughing and giggling as if it was a joke because he didn't care. Because he was some retired veteran or some veteran.
Yeah, like he was a veteran or something, and I'm just like.
And we were just like, that is really disrespectful because we're just protesting because it was when the whole.
You fought for these rights.
And we're
so why are you disrespecting us using whatever?
We had to like stop one person from going off on him. We was like, no, that's not what we came to do. I would say you could speak on it. Like, don't feel like you can't because of your schools. Speak on everything that you're seeing. I mean, wasn't there like a noose in one of the bathrooms that someone found and like a swastika that was in the bathroom?
I found that.
You were like
I
Kiara.
forgot about that. So yeah, that was, and the crazy thing was, I think that was, I had just got to Willie P. Because if y'all don't know, I transferred to 2 different schools.
Like 12.
It was
12.
I transferred twice.
Okay, 13.
Okay, whatever. So, like my sophomore year, I came to Willie P. And basically, I forgot why I was out. I don't really remember. But I was out with my friends Kiara and I think Paula.
Was it a bro?
I was with friends and somebody texted one of my friends and they were like, oh, there's like, someone drew like someone hanging from a tree and like a swastika on the back of like one of the men's bathrooms in one of the academic buildings. Now right now it's like nighttime, it's like 7-8 o'clock, and we just so happened to be like by that building, so we were just like, oh really, let's go in there and see if it's there. And lo and behold, we find the picture right there, and we were just like, and at the time they had just started up the Black Student Union, and we were just like, okay, what do we do? Actually, this might have been junior year. I remember we put in the chat, we were just like, so this is here, what do we do? And I remember they were like, put it on Twitter. And
Twitter went crazy.
It was like, I remember it was like 3 of us put it on Twitter. We like added the school. We were like, this is disrespectful.
Every black person
we tweeted it. They're tweeting like the big social activists on social media, like everybody. So, and it was just like, literally, I would think maybe 45 minutes to an hour later, the school tweeted back, everybody talked about it will be removed. Like, it was insane. Mm-hmm. So just don't feel like you can't speak on injustices or things that make you uncomfortable in your school or, you know, just wherever you are.
Another thing that will help you is to find clubs that are like made for you.
And not only clubs, but just like safe spaces around your campus. I know for me, because I feel like I was like, out of our group, I was the most like active, like not academically, but like extracurricular wise, I feel like I was like one of the more active. Don't side eye me.
She just saying that because I worked all the time.
I'm not shading you. You got your coin. And our school had a AWS department, or, you know, Africana World Studies department, which was basically about, you know, it was Black studies, but like for the African diaspora. So it would be like studies of like the Caribbean, like continental Africa, and then like Black people in the United States. It was just kind of like for Black people everywhere. Just Africana World Studies, and they had a department, and the department was made up of people of color, you know, Black people, Black professors, Black doctors, and things like that, who really cared about the Black students on the campus. And so I feel like I was lucky that, although it wasn't like a major or minor, I got to develop a relationship with those people and, you know, work in like the clubs and things like that. So if they have like a Black student union or like a union for Black men or Black women, definitely become a part of that and just immerse yourself within that, because I feel like one thing that me and Jaleesa learned is that your college experience at a PWI is going to feel so much better when the Black people at your school are unified. Mm-hmm. Because I know we joke and say like Willie P is like the fake HBCU New Jersey. Obviously we know that's not true.
It doesn't come close.
It's not even.
But I just feel like the unity that the Black students have together, it may be like drama and all that, like the shade, but just like,
but it's just like,
we know how to come together
when
as
we have. Yeah, when you have like, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but when you have those moments of like, you know, when it's like a probate or like, you know,
a rally,
just kind of immerse yourself within the Black culture of your campus, wherever that might be. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying like if they have like a Black studies or, you know, African studies to become a major or minor, but just become affiliated with those people.
Yeah, just get to know them.
Because those people might be excited just to know you.
Yeah, and if you have Chanel, get to know the Black faculty and staff at your school. Yes. Because like Chanel said, she was more involved than I was. Because my schedule was always trash every year. Just trash.
It was.
So Chanel was more involved, so I would Chanel, so like she would introduce me to the Black faculty and staff. And they're like the nicest people you would ever meet. And they're eager to help you. Like one time Chanel invited me to a cookout that was going on at one of the professors' houses. Like, that was the latest, like, little black cookout. It was like a little family cookout type situation. Right. I played spades with black faculty. I couldn't trash talk.
Which might have been like the worst experience of spades ever.
So getting to know black faculty, they're eager to help you. They're ready. If you ever have any questions, just go to them. And like, they'll make you just feel like at home, like you're home away from home, getting to know them.
Become close with them, because you never know what can happen. Professors will literally go out of their way, especially black professors, like, because they understand how important it is for you to be in college and to finish. So definitely build that bond with them.
So pretty much overall, just when you go to PWI, don't forget who you are.
Never.
Because there's people who, you're gonna find people who look like you, you're gonna find people who act like you. It may be hard at first. You may feel a little out of place if you're black, surrounded by a bunch of white people. But eventually you're gonna fit in, you're gonna find your little group, you're gonna find your calling, you're gonna find what you're looking for at your school.
At the end of the day, I really feel like college is it's more than just academics, and it's more than grades. It's more about personal growth and you becoming your best self. You're not gonna leave college the same way you came in, whether you were there for a semester, a year, or if you finished in 4, 5, 6. You're gonna be a different person. So just be open to growth, be open to change, and just be ready to just become a stronger person.
And don't be afraid of who you are in your culture.
Exactly.
At PWI, don't do it.
Yes, that's it.
If you have any questions, drop them down below. If you have any thoughts or comments or advice you give other people, comment down below.
Comment down below your PWI that you went to. Comment down below your HBCU that you went to. Let's start a little conversation. Like, which ones let's chat, let's see what's going on. But, like, comment, subscribe, show the kids some love. And this is Shan.
And this is Jay.
We'll see you out next time.